So Mary Nasser, you know, and I are like besties, and we got together before Christmas to exchange our Christmas gifts, and we bought each other the same thing. How funny is that? So, different colors though. She bought me the Schminky set for Forest, and I bought her the Schminky set. I think I got her Glacier or Deep Sea. I got her blues, but she got me greens, and it was so, so funny. So these Schminky sets are just, they are just so outstanding. I can't even tell you. I'm gonna get a piece of paper here and just show you how these colors are, and then we'll throw a stencil on top of them. These Schminkies, these sets like this are these super granulating paints. I'm gonna put, this is that mineral paper that I remain in love with, and I'm gonna put a little bit of the Schminky down here just so you can see, and we'll see if it'll granulate out. This is the color Forest Blue. It's the only blue in this color in this set because these are foresty colors, and because they're just so darn pretty. You can see them starting to granulate on here, and it's just cool, cool, cool. Mineral paper, well, I am so happy you asked. It is such a great paper. It's made by Yasutoma. It's actually made from rocks. I don't even know how they do it. I would love to see a demo of how this paper's made, but this, the paints, all the stuff is on my Amazon list, and also available in some other shops that owned by people you may know. So look at these granulations happening. I mean, these I love. So now that this is wet, we can add, this is Valerie Sjodin, one of her stencils. So this is a very fun way to work. Granulation, it is basically, it means that instead of just staying one color, the inks, or in this case the paints, the watercolors, it's going to granulate out, and you're going to see other colors coming out. So for instance, I'm going to hold up this one right here, and that's a green that you can see right there. However, what is coming out here is some brown also, and that is just how it works. It is just very, very cool. And if you look at these close, and I'm just not sure if it's going to come up on the camera or not, it basically granulates out so that other colors appear within the paints too, and they kind of separate, and it is just so cool. It's very, very pretty to do this in your work, to use some paints that are granulating, and it's just a gorgeous result. I'm a little bit obsessed with them. Yeah. Okay, so there's a sample with that. We're gonna let this dry, and then we'll peel this up, and you can see how pretty it is. All right, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's still wet, but can you get over how divine that is? I mean, all that is a couple colors of watercolor paint sitting on mineral paper, and you lay a stencil down, and it just sits there. This is a Valerie Sjodin stencil. It's her new one where it has these two, it's a mask, it has these two, and then there's a chicken wire one too. And I cut mine apart because I like to use them separately like this. And it's one of my new favorite stencils, I have to say. So I'm in love with this stencil. I rarely kind of say you gotta have a stencil, but this is one you might just gotta have. Maybe it's just me. Oh, and then you can drop it on it while it's still wet, and you can get other marks. Jeez, oh Pete. Okay, so since it is still wet, let's look at the qualities of mineral paper. I'm gonna blot, and you can blot some up, and then you get a double print on it, which is kind of cool, because Remember, we used this one to begin with, so we've got the underneath, and then we've got this one on top. So I'm going to lay this one back down here. We were having a discussion over in StencilClub about layering stencils, and this would definitely be one way to do it. Now look how I pulled back some whites. And certainly you could go in and add some more watercolors on top of this if you wanted. There's just so many things you can do. I really like the flexibility and the freedom of using these watercolors on this mineral paper with stencils. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. You never know what's going to happen if you keep it super wet like this, and I like that.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe so you'll know when the next stencil tutorial is available. Discover thousands of stencils, info about classes, and about StencilClub when you click the links below. Happy stenciling!